22, Mad Dog, and now is your time to vent, unleash. It's your cathartic moment.
Come
Let's
on,
get it.
Mad Dog.
This will be difficult. ESPN West Palm. I got to do this sitting down, so I can't go hug Saturday and Stevie A. So this will be a little tricky, but I'll see if I can pull it off as far as our little deal is concerned. All right, number one. Listen, I shouldn't get on him because what I know about TV, but what I do know about TV, CBS did poorly. What an atrocious job at the end of the Buffalo-Kansas City game there on Sunday afternoon. Number one, they did not show the replay properly of the catch by Kincaid. They saw it from the side, so you really couldn't see how bad the drop was. If you see it now, how do you know how bad the drop is? It is so horrific about not showing you the proper replay. You see, obviously, Allen, he makes this pass. You can't tell how bad it is. His body's in front. That is ridiculous, terrible. And then, and it's not Nance's fault, they spent 20 minutes telling us there was a flag on the field. They had the yellow flag on the field. So if you're a Buffalo fan, you think there's a penalty, and so you might get the automatic first down in the last drive of the year for your team because they put the penalty flag up. And Jimmy, for 10 minutes, told us, hold on now, let's see if there's a flag. We think there's a flag, and we didn't even know that there was no flag because we got our hopes up. And then finally, 5 minutes later, they finally showed us the right replay of Kincaid. And that is when Romo jumped in and said, boy, you got to catch that. It wasn't until the Kansas City drive where you saw the fact that Kincaid had the ball in his hands and he dropped it. So CBS, 57 million people watched this game. CBS had the wrong replay of the original Kincaid drop. Then they told you there was a flag. There was no flag. And they spent 3 minutes on it. And then finally after that, you saw the proper replay of Kincaid, which prompted Romo to say something. That is a horrendous. Listen, I'm no TV expert. We all know that. But I know when I see something that's bad, I see something that's bad. That, my friends, was terrible by CBS at the end of Sunday night's game in Arrowhead. That is number one.
I don't disagree with you. I just know that you're not supposed to be the media critic that you are, and it's very, very cruel. These are your contemporaries. People are not flawless. They make mistakes. You are absolutely right, however. The angle that they were fixated on did not give us a clear view of how flagrant a drop that was by Kincaid. You are absolutely right, but you are also very cruel in using this as a segment. What are you mad about? Very, very cruel. Very, very cruel. But go ahead.
He's right. He's right, but cruel. He's right, but cruel. I actually agree with Steven. That's kind of rough.
No, listen. I usually call him a hater. I think he's 100% right. And let me take it a step further.
We needed to see that replay.
That's fair.
It minimized how good a play that Allen made.
Yes.
He's got 2 free rushers. He's rolling to his right. A guy is draped on his body, and he gets a 16, 18-yard pass and puts it on the arms of Kincaid.
Yeah.
I thought that was because, I knew the blitz was coming, so I was upset about the protection. So I'm talking to my son, and he's right. I didn't see it until a few minutes later, the drop. But then you really see how the play was made by Allen. And I was like, how did he get the ball off? No, I'm with Doggy. This isn't with Nance and because Romo, as soon as he saw it, he made comment about it. They got to play that right away.
Absolutely.
So you do see that because it was
just a word of advice.
Yeah.
Just a word of advice, Jeff. Doggy is supposed to talk longer than you for the segment.
Hey, I'm sorry that you two were in Florida and it takes you an hour to get to where you got to get to. You let me do me. You let me do me. You let me carry this thing because I've carried it all day. I've carried it all day.
You understand what I'm saying?
You know, you feel me? You won't look at them ratings. I've carried it today.
Look at them ratings.
All right. You all are wild. Mad Dog, what's number two? Number two. Listen, I love Daniels more than anybody. And I'll be the first to admit, I had Washington +6, so I understand that. I'll be the first to admit, what are the Commanders doing getting blown out of the game? He scores the touchdown when they're down 34-15, and they do an end zone celebration, hand the ball to the official, go to the sideline, get the 2-point conversion, and realize you're down 2 scores late third quarter. This is no time to celebrate. You see Daniels scores, and then the whole team does these dances. What dances? This is the NFC Championship game. You've gotten you blown out. It's 34-23. You want to clap hands? You can't do a dance. Oh, my God, I couldn't believe it. The Eagles had scored at will in this game. They had killed you. You had fumbled 3 times. Hand the ball to the official. Thank God you still got a fighting chance and not celebrate a touchdown that turned out to be completely meaningless. That really, really bothered me. That is number 2.
Stephen A.
You're absolutely right, but let me tell you why it shouldn't bother you as much as it did. Because they proceeded to get their ass kicked thereafter. Right after he scored that touchdown, the Philadelphia Eagles scored 21 unanswered points and dropped a double nickel on the Commanders in an NFC Championship game. So right after that dance, it's a lesson to be learned. They danced, they were premature, they were ill-advised to do so, and they got their asses thoroughly kicked because of it thereafter. It was a game at that point. It ended right then.
Okay, I get it. We're going to be the old men yelling at the clouds. I get it.
Oh.
I do understand. However, if there's one guy on the Commanders who's allowed to do his little dance, it's Jayden Daniels. I'm sorry. He's the only reason they had a chance to come back. He's the only reason they're in the NFC title game. Oh, and he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Like, he will learn.
He will.
Not the greatest look, but then again, Jayden Daniels, do you like it?
I didn't like it. He is a rookie. And,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, high five. Hey, man, congrats. Let's get to the sideline. Let's keep this thing going. I'm 100%. I'm with both guys. Like, you got to know better. Like this is not close. Like, we're getting humiliated right now. Let's
But
high
this is
five
also
on
a
the
team that has come back
I agree.
game
All right.
after game.
Yeah,
Let me just say one thing. We'll go to the next one. The only thing I liked is that they were in the moment and having fun, but Mad Dog is absolutely right.
for sure.
Like, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Never
You're
do that
getting
again.
beat down.
Let's just win the game.
Yeah. Let's
Mad
go
Dog?
for the W.
All right, good job, Molly. Thank you. All right, number 3, I just
Good
got
job
a
agreeing
note
with me,
here.
Molly.
I just got a note that the Warriors are going to invite Butch Beard, Phil Smith, and George Johnson, and they're going to retire their numbers in the new Chase Arena. I mean, those guys were reserves on the 75 Warrior Championship team. You mean to tell me now we're going to sit there and we're going to retire Iguodala's number? He averaged 9 points a game in his career. I mean, really? Yes, he was the MVP of the final against an awful Cavalier team that had Antoine Jameson and Devidova in the starting lineup. They should have won that series easy. And if Irving and Love didn't get hurt, they may have lost to him again. But we're going to invite Iguodala? Are you kidding me? Have some honor with your inductees to your Ring of Honors and your Hall of Fame. Iguodala was a nice player. He was a good reserve. He was an intangible player. That year for Golden State, he averaged 9 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. You don't give these guys Ring of Honors or Hall of Fame. That is stupid. I know you want to be nice, and you want to sell tickets, and you want to have sort of a Warrior